All right, you have made it. You have written every other section of your chapter 4. And so now it's time to go back up to the very beginning and write your introduction to this chapter. You can now imagine, like, what would you have written about weeks ago, many weeks ago? Like, we don't usually write these chapters from top to bottom. We skip around, we present them in certain ways, but sometimes the writing process is really different. So congratulations, you made it to the end where we go back to the beginning. Purpose. This introduction orients the reader to your PDSA implementation narrative. It establishes the overarching purpose of your improvement work and provides essential context for understanding the detailed account. It's serving a bridge between your theoretical framework, which we're calling your theory of improvement, which was chapter 3, right? We're here at the beginning of chapter 4, and the practical realities of testing change in your workplace. Length. Probably just about 2 paragraphs, okay? So it's not going to be a long introduction. Now, before I actually move on here, in your template, you'll see that there's the heading of your chapter 4, and then there's a heading implementation that serves as a level 1 heading and your chapter title with APA. For APA style, you do not need a second heading that's titled introduction. Okay, so we don't see the word introduction here at all. It's going to read chapter 4. You'll have your level 1 heading of implementation, which is serving as a chapter title, and then it's just your paragraph text. So there is no introduction heading. Okay. Content overview, brief overview of the chapter's main ideas, establishing the overarching purpose, offering readers a clear roadmap of the sections that follow. It's setting the expectations for the implementation story while connecting it to your previous theoretical work. So we're trying to create, I know we often talk about organization and narrative flow within certain sections, but here we're also zooming out, and this is serving as the main bridge from your chapter 3 into your chapter 4. Some tone and approach, use first-person narrative, write with confidence about the work you accomplish, focus on orientation rather than detailed storytelling. Okay, so this is different. You're not being as narrative here. You're being more orienting in maybe your narrative style of writing, but you're not storytelling. Maintain professional tone while taking ownership. Okay, organization strategy and guiding questions. Use these, craft your paragraphs carefully, and again, make sure you have good transitions between your main ideas. Start with chapter overview and connection to theory. That's your first paragraph. Guiding questions. What's the overarching purpose of implementing your PDSA cycle or cycles? How does this implementation chapter connect to your previous theory? Previous chapter 3? And what main story does the chapter tell about translating theory into practice? Like, what's the purpose of this, right? And then 1 paragraph of your chapter roadmap. What are the key sections that the reader's going to encounter? How do these sections work together to tell your implementation story? What can readers expect to learn from your detailed account? I encourage you for this paragraph of the chapter roadmap to not just be like, and what follows is, and you just list off your headings. Like, be a little bit more helpful for your readers with here, how do these sections work together, right? And you can see, like, you've written everything now. So look back. What is the organization of your chapter 4? We talk about participants. We talk about measures and instruments. We talk about ethical considerations. And then we get into our whole implementation of each phase and reflections of each phase. And so how do all those work together? How do they support one another, right? Detail level, you're really just focusing on big picture here and essential context. You're saving lots of details about they're going to read all the details later on in chapter 4. Think of this as a preview rather than a summary. You're trying to just tease their awareness or attention that'll help them understand and be more ready, have a little bit more readiness for reading the rest of your chapter. Some writing tips: write clear topic sentences that organize the section. Keep each paragraph focused and purposeful. Use this as a chance to take ownership. Provide clear signposting for readers about what's coming. And write this introduction last after completing all of your sections. Remember that strong introductions help readers engage more effectively with complex implementation narratives. So a good introduction is going to also hook the reader a little bit, which is what we want. And that's it for your introduction. So keep these guiding questions close by. Keep your paragraphs organized and clear and concise. And good luck. And after this, It's a final little piece of your chapter 4.